Parents installed camera in daughter's room, explains bruises on her body. You may not realize it, but a human who lives a lifespan of 75 years will spend 25 of those years sleeping. That is 9,125 days spent in deep slumber over the course of an average person's lifetime. A scary fact when you wake up covered in bruises, as this girl did. Although sleeping can be amazing, many people suffer from insomnia or inability to fall asleep, sleep apnea, which is the inability to breathe while sleeping, and others talk and sleepwalk. Many of us don't even realize we do these things because we're asleep when they're happening. Just like this girl who would wake up in the morning with strange and mysterious bruising on different parts of her body. Initially, this nighttime bruising would only occur sporadically, so her parents didn't really think too much of it. Then, as the day turned into months and months into years, the bruising she would wake up to would get worse and worse. Not only were the bruises bigger and more visible, but it was occurring much more often than before. Her parents started to become concerned, but still weren't totally panicking, and sent her off to sleepaway camp. While she was at camp, the bruising continued, and because it was summer, she was wearing short sleeves and shorts, so this bruising was becoming visible to campers and staff alike. The staff reported it to the proper authorities, and her parents were really beginning to freak out. They spoke to a few of their friends and thought maybe she just had an iron deficiency that was causing these strange and mysterious bruises. They made her an appointment to see a doctor and have him examine the bruises. Hopefully, he'd give her a full checkup and try to get to the bottom of this mystery. Unfortunately, before her doctor's appointment, Child Services showed up to their house because of the report that the staff at the summer camp gave. People started thinking maybe the parents had something to do with this. However, her mom and dad knew for certain they obviously had nothing to do with it, but things were beginning to look grim for them. The social services representative interviewed the girl, and she said her parents definitely had nothing to do with this. She just kept waking up each morning with this odd bruising. The social worker was made aware that she has an upcoming doctor's appointment to try to determine the source of the bruising and how to treat it. With this, the social worker decided to hold off on the case until they came back with the doctor's findings. The doctor ran all of the appropriate tests, examined the bruises, and did a full-body workup. All the testing came back negative, meaning she had no underlying health issues and was otherwise a very healthy young girl. Her parents were relieved that she was healthy. However, the bruising continued, and the social workers were now putting more pressure on them. The parents finally realized the only way they would know for sure what was going on was to buy a video camera and set it up in her room to see what the heck was really going on here. That night, her dad placed the camera in a spot that would give them a full view of their sleeping child, turned on the record button, and went to sleep until the morning. The next day they woke up, and again there was bruising on the girl. They immediately go to the video camera and began reviewing every minute of the night to try to finally unravel this mystery. What they saw frightened them to the core of their soul. Their daughter, while sleeping, would crawl. However, this wasn't a normal crawl. She was somehow managed to crawl upside down and backward. It honestly looked exactly like the classic horror movie that we all wished we hadn't watched. Was she possessed? Did she need a priest? Most likely not. They showed their findings to social services, who watched the footage and closed their case against the parents. They then referred her to a sleep specialist who hopefully would figure out a way to stop this strange sleep behavior from happening. Thankfully, the sleep specialist had many techniques, and slowly the girl's strange sleep behavior and bruising began to diminish.